We like to call it the day after Valentine's Day. It's also Thursday. It's also the last day of NBA for a week. A lot of things going on here. We had the monster NBA card last night. I only gave out one pick. I just gave out Jay's Mavericks. And it was a little dicey there for about 30 seconds. And I looked up and they were up by 168 points. And I guess that Luka just hates Wemby's guts and just decided to rub his face in it again. I haven't looked at the box score, but I did see Jay Briggs on his Facebook hitting a putt. Now I don't like the form. It's not always about like this is a true saying in golf. There's no pictures on the scorecard. Now I didn't love the form, but this thing he hit it just overshot the hole by pretty good. Bounces off the back wall right in. It was in. I mean, he has horrible grip, horrible stance, and also I don't really love the whole overall stroke, but you can't argue with the results. I've seen ugly golf swings that have gotten it done in the past. Jay, what was the final? I need to see the scorecard, the final scorecard from the round at putt putt. You need to see it.
That's a pretty old video. That one was funny though. I did bank it in, but it went in.
Hey, there's no pictures on the scorecard, man. There's no pictures. I'm telling you, I've hit a shot like my first birdie I ever hit. Guys were clearing the green. I didn't think I could hit him. I hit a 3-wood. It hit the guy in the leg. It dropped like 2 feet from the hole, and I tapped it in. It's like true story, man. No pictures on the scorecard. I had an eagle. I had a birdie at my club. I hit like there's a pond with all kinds of rocks in it. I hit a one of these hybrids, and I hit it, and it skimmed. It hit the top of the rock. It bounced straight up in the air onto the green. It hit the flagstick and bounced right next to it. It should have been in the water. It just happened to hit a rock that was sticking out of the water, and it bounced up on there. There's no pictures on the scorecard, man. They all count the same. Golf is that type of game. You could hit your best shot you ever hit, and it could end up in horrible results. You could hit some of the worst shots you ever hit, and it's like had it all the way. And it is one of those games. There's a lot of luck involved, a lot of skill, but definitely some luck involved. And even you see the pros, the ball goes in sometimes. They're just like they just quietly go from pick it up, man, because they know they got lucky.
I'm trash, but I'll play a little bit just for fun.
There you have it. Again, we'll work on that grip and that stance. I think we can get you into. I think we can make you a golfer. It won't take too long. But it's not that easy of a game. Chris, what's happening? You golfing?
I'm as much of a golfer as Jay is with the putt putt. That's the extent of my golf. I mean,
golfer as I am Ron Romanelli.
I don't know how to take that. I don't know how to take that. I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
I'm not Ron Romanelli at all, so
wow. Okay. Wow. I want to know what Jay's vertical is so I can know when he's jumping to conclusions. I go to Top Golf. That's the extent of mine. If you ask me to go ever go golfing with you, the only club I'm bringing is a putter, and I'm going to probably take a 10 on every hole because that's just how it's going to be for me.
I've only been to Top Golf one time, and they had like these mini tacos. It was like a party. They had like I judge it by the food, that they had. It was a good time. I was like, it's not really a lot like golf. Even the clubs that they have you use are just like weird, and I don't want to be one of those guys that brings my clubs to Top Golf. It's like you see people like with their clubs and their golf outfit. It's like there's only one way to show up for one of those, like pair of jeans, flip flops. It's like you just play. But I played the one time at Top Golf. It was okay. It's like basically if you take a big club, you just hit it off that back fence every single time. That's the way that it works. It's a short porch.
Yeah. And then you just watch the other bays and see if there's anybody that falls into the net.
Yeah, it's just a weird little game, but yeah, maybe I'll go back again. Top Golf. Maybe we'll do a March Madness.
I was gonna say Vegas.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Jay, been Top Golfing?
I've been a couple times. It's cool.
I totally just got what Jay meant by the Ron Romanelli comment.
Yeah, that's what.
I totally figured it out just now.
I've gotten crushed in the YouTube comments recently, man. I don't know, man. There's a lot of people that watch our show that really hate my guts. It's like, you be sure to smash that like button too. One guy said, I normally just delete the comments, because they're all held for review by YouTube. Normally I just delete them, but lately I've been publishing them just to get the full effect. My wife's passing me the note. Why don't you just go to Walmart? Okay. We got a decent card today. 3 NBA and a bunch of college hoops. What's up, Chris?
One comment I got was Ruffolo is to sports handicapping what Mariah Carey is to sports handicapping.
I got that they should edit Mitch out of that. They should do a recut after the show and just edit Mitch out. I got that. It's like, that's cold, man. I got those 10 thumbs up on it. It's like, what the Oh, man. Oh, well. I get it. I know I'm not for everyone. I know that. It's good. It's all good. It's like, I don't have like a ton of friends. I have a lot of friends, but I don't have like a ton. But the friends I have are all really good friends. And it's like, they're all people that would give you the shirt off their back, and I'm the same way. So it's like, it's all good. Like most of the people that leave comments like that, it's like, they got nothing to do. No, they don't know. They don't think it's Mitch's show. They think that Pick Dog should fire me, is what they basically say. I can't believe Pick Dogs keeps Mitch on this show.
Again, it'd be the first time.
Wouldn't be the first time. I saw Costi won the Valentine's lottery there yesterday. He gave his wife some kind of purse or something. You see that?
Yeah, I saw that going
on. What is that going on? Jay knows the price tag on this stuff. What's something like that run him?
He spent a pretty penny.
Man, someone's making the big bucks over there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which bag did he get her?
I didn't see that bag, but we saw the
very fancy.
But I saw the boxing, so
yeah, it was like one of those French designers.
The pinky F.
It's like, man, I took my wife to the fair, got her the fried Oreos.
Oh, sometimes that's just as good as a bag.
Usually Costi's watching the show. We could just get him to comment and we'll just see if he's here later. Hard at work. It's Thursday. Normally he's golfing on Thursday. Got a good amount of stuff going on though, as far as college and NBA. Let's just jump right into it. Just 3 NBA games today. Like I said, last night's NBA, it just felt weird to me. So I haven't been really good in the NBA, over the last month or last few weeks, at least, maybe the last 2 weeks. I've just been terrible. So I kind of just wanted to lay back. I just figured, what's my easiest game on the board? And it was the Mavericks against the Spurs, who I just fade every which way, but and every which way to Sunday, as they say. But I guess it was the Clippers beating the Warriors and the Chicken Nuggets falling to the Kings as the road favorite, man, or the road dog. They just get you every single time. We had the Pelicans not covering against the Wiz, the Raptors covering. So I think I dodged a lot of bullets. I probably would have had the Nets. I would have had the Heat. I would have had the Knicks or the Hornets, of course. That's the one that got away. If there's one that got away, it was the Hornets.
The Nuggets. For me, the Nuggets at home now, stupid, dummy, lazy. That was terrible.
They kick you in the terrible. They kick you in the Nuggets. So it
I like that.
Yeah,
I might have to borrow that.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about I got kicked
They
in
were
the Nuggets?
they were up by double digits. I didn't think I was good, but I was like, this is all right. This is the Denver Nuggets I expect to see at home. And then the fourth quarter happened and they just choked and it was bad.
So a lot of times on the show, like one of you guys will say something about my top play, and I don't come and say, "Well, my top play is on the other side," but like I normally get super defensive. Jay was ripping on my Michigan State pick yesterday on the show. Hold on a second.
We all do it. We all do it. We all do it.
I was like, hang on.
What makes it even funnier is most of the time when it happens, the other two don't know it's the other one's play of the day.
Oh yeah. Oh, it happens all the time. I have no idea, what everyone's play of the day is.
Like there was one time I'm sitting here, I'm like, why are you defending the Toronto Raptors like this? It's like
it
you're
happens
serving me on a plate right now, and I'm like, okay, all right. and then the after I get the, I had to defend it. It's my play of the day. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
We got the Grizzlies up against the Bucks here in this one, and I don't know, man. This Bucks team, Doc Rivers has not been the magic answer here by any stretch of the imagination. Sometimes, when the Clippers added Harden, they kind of regressed a little bit. But the Bucks adding a new coach should not be, dragging you down. I guess they're actually worse with them. Chris, what do you think of this one? You love a good 11.5-point road favorite.
I do. This to me sort of falls into that same category when we had to lay the points with the Bucks a couple games ago against the Charlotte Hornets. The Memphis Grizzlies, their injury reports cleaned up a little bit, but it's still murky. I don't want a part of this Milwaukee Bucks game, but I think I have to just lay the points with the Bucks if anything in this matchup. The Memphis Grizzlies stink. I think as bad as Doc Rivers has been for this team, I think the Bucks can still beat up on the Grizzlies here, so I'll lean towards the Bucks.
Jay,
Excuse me. I'm gonna lean towards Milwaukee in this one as well. I don't love it. Milwaukee laying points with them, you're asking for it, and laying points on the road, you're really asking for it. But I could see this team trying to establish some momentum heading into the All-Star break, and no better spot than to beat up on the Memphis Grizzlies. I do see Giannis and Lillard GTD. I expect them to play, though. We'll see. I'm not rushing to the window to bet this one. If I were to, though, I'm with Chris. I think I would just lay it here with Milwaukee.
I'm gonna take the Grizzlies on spite alone. I just don't see it here with Milwaukee, and I really have enjoyed fading them. My favorite game of the season so far was that Heat beat down to them the other night, and I'm gonna just keep it right here in my memory bank. Got the Jazz up against the Warriors. I don't know, man. Warriors tough to figure out these days. Didn't they win in Utah just recently? Didn't these guys just play?
Yeah.
So this is the makeup game for when it got canceled from the coach when the Warriors went through the coaching thing.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, this game had to get rescheduled for today. I'm on the Jazz. I think it's the spot. Jazz, I know they've lost back-to-back home games. Kind of surprised to see that happen, but even still, they're still the best home ATS team in basketball. 18-8 against the number, have covered in 69% of their games. Both teams are on a back end of a back-to-back, but the Jazz comfortable at home. It's going to be their third straight home game. The Warriors were in Utah, went to play the Clippers, now had to go back to Utah. It's just a bad travel spot, I feel. One of my favorite spots, as I say plenty of times here on this show and on the Jam Session, is the bounce back spot at home. That's also a revenge game, and a quick revenge game here for Utah. I trust them at home. Been able to trust them at home. Warriors kind of didn't look all that well last night, and I don't think they put it together here on the road in Utah. I'm gonna take the Jazz.
Yeah, it's I know Steph Curry's probably pretty excited about his big trip to Indianapolis coming up. I know it's like the luxury vacation you always dreamed of for these NBA players to get to spend February in Indy. I mean, you would think like the NBA All-Star Game is something they should play it in Hawaii. They should play it like in the tropics or something. Like some kind of like secluded, like, right? They should have it at some place cool or something. I mean, if you're gonna play it like at a place like this, you might as well just have it at Hinkle Fieldhouse, like Butler, right, or something. Make it at least like a cool environment. It's like I don't get it. I don't get it at all. But anyways, I'm gonna take the Jazz in this one. Who wants to go to Indy in February? It's like, oh, it could go through Cincinnati and I don't know. Catch the Purdue game on Friday, Saturday. Best Chick-fil-A's in West Lafayette. When I lived in Chicago before they had Chick-fil-A, they had Chick-fil-A in West Lafayette. When I would drive to Cincinnati, stop in West Lafayette just to hit the Chick-fil-A. Now they're everywhere. Chris?
Yeah, I'm on the Jazz as well. I think Jay summed it up perfectly. It's just a terrible travel spot for Golden State. Just it's tough enough to go, home, back on the road as it is. But like I said, when you just have one game at home and then have to go back into the altitude in Utah, it's tough. So I'm on the Jazz here as well.
We got the Timberwolves.
We got some breaking news. Oh my God, breaking news. College football, EA Sports is finally coming back. Like, there's been rumored that it was coming back, but it's official as of today. Coming this summer, full reveal in May. Thank God. We haven't had this game since 2014. It's been 10 years. If you're in my age group, you grew up playing that game. Like, I almost cried right here on air.
Probably the image licensing is probably why that now that they have the image
Exactly
licensing.
why. It's exactly why.
I still remember playing NCAA football, and you didn't have any players. You just had QB number 1, QB number 14, QB number.
Yeah, they had the guys' numbers, so like you knew who it was.
Yeah,
I didn't say it. Yeah, I used to play back in the old day. We also used to play electronic football, which is something you guys would never even think of. You ever see that, Chris? Electronic football? Like you put these players on this vibrating field.
Yeah.
They grab arms and square dance. Got Blazers against the Timberwolves. This is a rematch of the game the other night. Normally I've been on the Blazers a lot. I like them, and I like what they're doing. 25-28 on a bad team. If you're selective, you can make money in spots like that. But the problem is that I really didn't like the way they looked against the Timberwolves in that game, and I have to almost believe that they just don't match up well against them. I'm going to take the Timberwolves in this one, who I'm telling you, it's going back to the way it used to be for me, where it's like I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't against this team, because I'm from the school that these guys, the rug is going to get pulled out from under them, and they're going to pull it out from themselves. But it hasn't happened yet, so I'm going to roll with them here on the second leg.
I'm pulling out the keys. I'm having to stay in the house of disappointment for a night. I'll lean towards the Timberwolves here. I just can't get there with the Portland Trail Blazers right now, and I think Minnesota gets it done. Wins by double digits.
Me and Roof have not stayed at the house of disappointment together in like months. We just never can seem to be there at the same time. That is finally coming to an end. I'm going to see my guy in the house of disappointment. I'm on the Timberwolves as well. They just beat up on the Blazers. The Blazers, there's really no motivation factor for me here to see them. I don't see the path for the Blazers here. If the Timberwolves come in here and play Timberwolves style basketball, they win this game by double digits. I know Anthony Edwards is game time decision. Of course, I would want to see him out there, but even if he doesn't play, I could still see the Timberwolves winning this game. The Timberwolves, I know they're usually terrible ATS. They are one of the best teams in the Western Conference. They have the best record in the Western Conference. The Blazers are one of the worst teams in the league. We sometimes, like in these spots, kind of like we saw yesterday, the good team will want to establish some momentum heading into the break. Boston beat the brakes off the Nets. I can see Minnesota beating the brakes off of Portland here. I'm not trying to catch that falling knife. Lean towards the T-Wolves.
So someone is saying here, unable to access the premiums on the website. Can you hit the chat on the website? Because like I just went in just now and I just got in no problem. So we have that chat bubble at the bottom. Actually, I don't even see the chat bubble. Oh man. Email me, mitch@pickdogs.com, and tell me exactly what you mean that you can't access the premiums, because I went in, I logged in no problem under the My Picks tab, under my test. So is it that you can't buy? Is it that whatever? I know we've been having problems with the website. I know they're working on it right now, but you got to let me know what that means. Like I can't access the premiums because like I go to My Picks and I see I can get in. So if you go to My Picks and you can't get in, or you go to My Picks, you can't see picks, or if you can't buy picks, you got to be a little bit more specific so I can relate it to my team. We'll get it fixed ASAP, as they say. Because kicking ass and taking names. Go to College Hoops. We appreciate you guys helping us with that stuff. You don't need to bark out names of games. We kind of go over everything. We got Binghamton versus UMBC, the Retrievers. App State versus Marshall. Stony Brook versus Hampton. Rutgers, Northwestern. The X's versus Delaware. Northeastern versus Charleston. Monmouth versus Campbell. The Camels. LIU versus FDU. Pretty long slot here at 7. I'm just going to go about halfway. We've got Stonehill versus Merrimack. We've got St. Francis versus Wagner. Bryant versus Maine. Vermont, New Hampshire. Tulane, SMU. FAU, Temple. ECU, Wichita, and Charlotte versus UTSA. A lot of big spreads out there today.
Yeah, I know. I saw that too.
Chris, anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with. First, gonna start with UMBC plus the 4.5 against Binghamton. UMBC just a better offensive team. Binghamton, there's just not much of an edge defensively to make up for UMBC's edge on the offensive end of the floor. UMBC 8-4 against the number on the road, and they've had a decent job of keeping this game close or winning these games in recent years. So give me UMBC and the points. And I'm also gonna take Merrimack against Stonehill. Stonehill's still one of the worst teams in the country, and I know Merrimack's on the road here. It's a decent number, but still 9-4 straight against the number on the road, 5-8 straight up. I'll take Merrimack, laying the big number.
I'm gonna lay a huge number. I'm gonna take FAU against Temple. Temple's straight ass. Like they're just garbage. They did battle against Charlotte in that last one, and against Memphis, and took Tulane to overtime. So there was 3 straight games with playing some decent basketball. Not today on the road against FAU. We know what's up with FAU. We all do. We're gonna take them behind the woodshed. They might be up 20 at half. If FAU can get back to playing like their best brand of basketball, they might end up in the same place they were last year. Of course, I take them every day. I love them. Give me the green wave, money line against SMU. SMU is slightly the better team in the row, and they've won 4 straight, looking for their 5th straight. Tulane free falling. They've lost 4 of their last 5. But because of that, just looking at it, I think that's created value here on Tulane as this home dog. Getting plus money home team college hoops is one of my favorite things to do, one of my favorite spots. I think Tulane definitely can compete in this game and win it outright. I'm going to take the green wave. And last but not least, I'm going to lay the points with Charlotte. Another big spread on UTSA. UTSA, they've been free falling. They've lost 4 straight. Charlotte, I know they hiccuped against Temple on the road, barely beat them. But this is just a nice spot. I see them coming back home comfortable, and they're going to beat up on a team they're head and shoulders better than who's not playing well. So I'm going to lay the huge number in that one with Charlotte. 3 games in that slot.
I see what the issue is. You click on the handicapper, it goes to a page not found. We'll get that fixed right away. I like Rutgers against Northwestern. I don't like the way the line is moving this high, but I still like them in this spot. A lot of, like I said, a lot of tight lines. I like Merrimack against Stonehill. Stonehill's terrible, but once again, looks a little trappy. So I kind of really, on Thursdays, I've been giving out like 15 picks. I've been giving out like 15 picks on a Thursday, and today I have like 5. So it's just a little tougher card. And maybe I didn't scour it well enough. But I do like Campbell against Monmouth. Camels.
Thursday, your day.
It generally has been my day, but I think today I'm going to go a little bit more conservative and go balls to the wall on Saturday. Like I always do anyway. I've been pretty good in college hoops. I just looked at the thing. I was up there. So I know I don't generally, I'm not a board watcher, but it's like I've been hitting. Despite you guys' bad vibe of my Michigan State pick last night. They were up in the first 5 seconds. They never looked back. They were never outside the number like the whole game.
Hit Penn State's ass.
They're terrible.
Yeah, they're ass.
The turnover machine. Why do you got Ron Romanelli's name? Oh, I see.
You didn't hear me say that at the beginning of the show?
That's what I heard you, but I didn't understand it. There, man.
I was fine being Ron for the day.
No, I
know.
I got it. There's Costi. We want to know exactly what you bought your wife. There, and we saw it on the Facebook. Looked very fancy. Got where was I? Where am I? I thought he's been pretty good at Charlotte, man. Been real good. William Mary against Towson. UNC Wilmington versus NCAAB. I mean, like 21.5. Drexel against Hofstra. Lemoyne versus Central Connecticut State. Coastal Carolina versus Georgia Southern. Sunbelt's got to come back down to earth after that Sunbelt MAC challenge. Got Albany against NJIT. Old Dominion versus ULL. La Tech versus Jack State. Western Kentucky versus UTEP. Middle Tennessee versus New Mexico State. Rio Grande Valley versus Abilene Christian. Sam Houston State versus FIU. James Madison versus Georgia State. Arkansas Little Rock versus Moorhead. Better than less head. USA South Alabama versus Texas State. Oral Roberts North Dakota State. Nebraska Omaha South Dakota. Kansas City South Dakota State. Texas Arlington Tarleton State. Radford versus Winthrop. North Texas versus Memphis. Tennessee. We'll stop there. 8 o'clock Eastern. We stopped at 8 o'clock Eastern. Jay, what do you think?
Me, Tarleton. I think they're the better team than UTA. I know they're on the road, but how hot they've been, they're gonna give me them as a dog. I gotta take the shot, right? Money line. I mean, like, I'm gonna take it. UTA is a decent team, but I mean, everything I look at tells me Tarleton's the better team. I'm not gonna overcomplicate it. Give me Tarleton. I'm gonna take a shot. Money line. Jackrabbits. I'm on South Dakota State. Uh, I just lost my place, but they're against Kansas City. They are on the road, but again, I just feel like they're the better team. They are coming off a nice little homestand, but that we already seen them bust them up 75-66 at the crib. 9-point win, asking them to win by 5. I don't think that's asking too much. And last but not least, I'm gonna take North Texas, man. North Texas, they starting to enter that dangerous territory of looking pretty bad. But I wouldn't be surprised if this was the bounce back at home. If the defense shows up like we know it can, they're gonna cause Memphis some problems, muck the game up, keep it competitive, possibly get them outright. Or not possibly, they will get them outright if that's what happens. So I'm going to take UNT. I think they're favored in this game for a reason. Tough ass for Memphis to come in there and bust them up. Bounce back spot at home for the Mean Green.
I'm going to take Morehead State. These guys, they just continue to be a value play. I'm not sure why the line is so low. Maybe they're trying to sucker me in, but I don't care. Call me a sucker. I'm sucked in. I like Middle Tennessee against New Mexico State. I think this one is a money line play. They are a favorite. It's 2.5 points, but you get about -145, -150. New Mexico State 0-16 straight up in their last 16 on the road. That's what you call it. They're ass on the road. Straight ass on the road. I think that pretty much will define it. Should we fade ULL just because we can? Probably. It's not a real pick, but I am fading them because I can and I want to. And I don't like them. Sometimes it's business, sometimes it's personal, sometimes it's personal business, and I think that's the case here. Taking Old Dominion. I would take any Dominion over ULL today. It's one of those days. We haven't really faded them enough this year.
Young Dominion, Old Dominion, middle-aged Dominion.
ULL. We're gonna get all kinds of. What's the guy's name again? Moron. Moron's gonna be
Moron.
Email. We're not ULL. We're not Lafayette. We're not. Like, I'll tell you what you are. You're ULL.
Oh man.
It's like the Nuggets sending us the email saying we're not the Chicken Nuggets, we're the Denver Nuggets. Seriously, man, it's like we're not the Thunder Buddies, we're the Thunder.
Right.
It's like, yeah, I tell you what you are. You're the Thunder Buddies.
We're the blue hose. There's no red hose. There's not one hose. There's not two hose.
They set themselves up for that, man. There's nothing I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do to help you.
This is self-inflicted.
I'm sorry. I like the bit too much. The bit's too good.
Well, for me in these ones, I got to disagree with Jay. I like Memphis here.
Fade my Mean.
Yeah, well, I think so because they've been able to play to the style of their opponent this season. Yeah, they've had a couple of hiccups, but they faced a similar defense in SMU, another top defense in the country, and they basically played down to SMU's level, beat them 62-59, and I think they could do the same here with North Texas. It's just all about who dictates the pace in that game. Memphis, the fastest paced team in the conference. North Texas, slowest. So whoever dictates the pace wins that game. And I think Memphis does. So I lean towards Memphis there. And I'm going to go with the obvious parlay in this match, in this time slot. Moorhead and Oral Roberts. I think it's so obvious. I mean,
And
Moorhead.
the capper pages are back up.
Moorhead and Oral Roberts.
The reason that Moorhead line is so tight is because of the fact Little Rock's second in the conference. I think they're 8-3 in conference or 8-4. But Moorhead's been the best team in that conference since day one. So No more hesitating. I just like the parlay. I just like the correlation with Oral Roberts. So, give me BJ Bob.
Definitely, I'd rather have more head than little rocks. Oral Roberts, the Kyle Kerms tattoo on his ass.
Max Asmus, what have you done?
I mean, you know the story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you said if they lose, if they win, he'll get a tattoo on his ass. He got a tattoo on his ass. It's like he doesn't know college hoops that well, or he didn't at the time 2 years ago or something. He didn't know who they were. Didn't realize they had the best 3-point shooter in the country. North Texas up against Memphis. We said that one in the last group. Jay, no North Texas for you?
Oh, you took him.
I took him.
All right. I feel better. I might have missed
Yeah.
it. I was trying to solve the world's problems of being able to see the Capra pages.
Yeah.
My tech expertise comes at typing very loudly at the tech team. Like when you hear me pounding the keyboard, I type very loudly. It's like you're a loud typer. So here's some loud typing over there. Tennessee Tech against Western Illinois. Purdue versus Minnesota. We never really came up with a good Purdue chicken wings or anything going on there with those guys. Purdue. I don't know.
They're the real chicken nuggets.
I don't think they're nuggets. They're wings, right?
I thought they were just chicken.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm missing it. We got Southern Illinois versus Southern Illinois Edwardsville. So not the Salukis. Edwardsville versus Lindenwood. Eastern Illinois versus Southeast Missouri State. We're really getting into directional here. Southern Indiana at Tennessee Martin. Central Arkansas versus Austin P. Did we do these already? No, we didn't do these. Southern Miss versus ULM. They don't get mad when you call them ULM. Troy versus Arkansas State. Southern Utah versus Seattle. Oh, Utah. It's North Alabama versus Lipscomb. This is the Jay Briggs double down play of the day right here. Grand Canyon versus the Eggs. It all comes full circle for you. It's a lot of material there. It's so hot here at the Grand Canyon, you can fry an egg. Loyola Marymount versus Gonzaga. Denver versus North Dakota. UCLA versus Colorado. UC Davis versus What Up Peaches?
What up, Peaches?
Sac State versus Northern Arizona. I don't think I've ever called Sac State like Sacramento State on the show. I've only called them Sac State. Idaho versus Weber State. Love me some Weber State, man. I'll have to go under the hood of that one. Eastern Washington versus Idaho State. Washington versus Stanford. Portland State versus Colorado. Washington State versus Cal. Cal Baptist versus Utah Valley. Cal Poly versus Hawaii. Cal State Bakersfield versus Northridge. San Diego versus Portland. Whoa. Oh, man. Why? Santa Clara versus Pacific. They should just halt the West Coast Conference schedule around early February. They are like one of the first conferences that are done that go to the conference tournament. The West Coast. Yeah, it's like enough. We're good. San Diego versus UCSB. Because they play in Vegas, right? But they play at the Orleans. Yeah. They don't even let Portland play like at T-Mobile or anything. It's like,
or Mandalay Bay or anything like that.
No, they won't even let them play at Mandalay. They play at the Orleans.
No, I'm saying that's all the places they won't let them play.
Jay, you ever been to the Orleans?
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it's like way off the strip. The thing is like a lot of locals go to Orleans, but when your flight gets canceled, like if you're flying out and your flight gets canceled and it's postponed to the next day, they send you to the Orleans. Yeah, that's who they send you.
It's where Tony Brown took us when he wanted to shoot craps. It was
like they got they give you a $25 food voucher. It's good for a 6-inch Subway. It's like that's all you can get there for that.
They have an arena there or like a floor.
Oh, it's massive. They have like a 12-screen movie theater. I mean, they got everything.
Yeah, I'm still a Vegas noob, so I want to. and experience all that. I got to make like a conference tournament or something out there.
Yeah, well, it's one of those places that like if you stay out there for a couple weeks, like you get a condo out there, you go meet Joe D'Amico for a couple, whatever. It's like, you go meet Joe D'Amico over at the Orleans. I'll meet you over at the Orleans. Okay. Oh, the thing about the Orleans, Chris, you've been there, right?
Yeah.
They still have the old style board in the sports book where they write the numbers in with the dry erase.
Oh yeah.
Yep. UC San Diego versus UCSB, Fullerton versus Riverside, St. Mary's versus Pepperdine, and top it all off, USC versus Utah. USC's favored. The line's gone through 0. Jay loves the hype train. Chris, what do you think?
There's so much for me to like in this time slot. Start early. Go Troy, laying the points at home against Arkansas State. Arkansas State's still one of the worst defensive teams in the Sun Belt, if not the worst. And Troy just been money at home, 10-1-1 against the number. It's going to be Troy. Give me Grand Canyon to poach the eggs. The Lopes just so good at home. This Grand Canyon team just absolutely bludgeons Utah Tech. Give me Loyola Marymount against Gonzaga. I think this is a letdown spot for Gonzaga after the big win over Kentucky. Give me Stanford plus the points against Washington. I think better teams getting points in that one. And that's all I like for that.
Which one was that one?
Stanford. Yeah.
Stanford.
Yeah, I'll take Stanford over plus points against Washington, but a little bit on the money line as well.
I still love the Stanford quote from John McEnroe when he went to go look there for school. And he's like, I think I'm just going to turn pro. And they're like, well, what if you injure yourself? You need something to fall back on. He's like, well, what if I enroll here and you close your doors tomorrow? It's like, what do you say to that, man?
I'm with you, Roof. I'm on the Antelopes. My guys right there, man. Utah Tech been playing all right. We gotta give them some credit. But they're gonna get their doors blown off. And Mitch, can you refer me to the last line of the Do Not Bet list?
Well, it's number 6, USC football and hoops.
There it is. I'm gonna take Utah. They're the better team. USC, they're the hype train, bro. They shouldn't be favored here. It's short. Can they win the game? Yes.
No.
They'd be favored. No.
Can they win the game? No. Jay's always like, he always gives the yes first, but it's like, can they win the game? Actually not.
No, not this time.
No, they can't. Yes.
There's a path.
Did Detroit win the game or they just covered against UFO? I missed it.
They won and covered. They were favored.
Oh, they won? They won the game?
Yeah. And covered. They blew them out.
There it is. They're off the snide.
They blew them out. Shout out to Mercy, man.
Off the snide.
But I'm gonna take Utah in that one. In the last
one. Couple of Utes. Joe Pesci's favorite team. My cousin Vinny. Couple of Utes. Went into the sack of suds. I like Grand Canyon as well against the Eggs. It's a big number, but I think that they're going to run it up at home. I like Stanford as well. I think they're the better team getting points. I don't like the way Washington's been playing lately. They're both 5-5 in their last 10, but Stanford seems to be better at the front end of it. These teams, they just played at Stanford, and Stanford beat the crap out of them. So I don't know how much has changed. I understand it's a different venue. I guess Stanford, has lost a few, but look who they lost to: UCLA, Arizona, and Cal in the rivalry game at Cal. And then Washington, they beat Oregon State. They lost against Oregon, Washington State, Colorado. So I guess they've lost to good teams too, except they also lost to Stanford. They got crushed. I'm going to take it Stanford in that one too. I'm with you. I don't see it. I'm also, we have to remember that this is also, it's like college football. You get to kind of that point of the season where there's only so many times we'll get to fade Portland again. And I think this is it. We're going to relish the moment. We're going to fade Portland. And same thing with Pepperdine because they're ass.
I know you took the Blazers, but you might just talk me into a double fade Portland. Timberwolves.
No, I took Timberwolves.
You took T-Wolves?
Yeah, I took Timberwolves. Yeah, they beat them the other night. It's like, they beat them the other night. I don't think any change over the last 2 days. Unless I know Scoot's been carbing up, getting ready for it. But
parlay double fade Portland.
Double fade Portland with Oral Roberts and what was the other one, Chris?
Moorhead.
Moorhead and Oral Roberts parlay.
The obvious parlay.
So obvious.
So all of us are in the house of disappointment tonight. That's crazy. I don't think that's ever happened.
Yeah, probably a good time to fade them. Well, we got time for NHL today. Did Costi ever give us a report on that purse? Tell us what it was. I saw him in the comments.
I think he said it was a Louis crossbody or something like that.
Louis crossbody? I know what that is. What does that run?
I don't know. That's what he said. I think it's Louis Vuitton.
It's like I got a neighbor across the street, man. He's like everything. He's like, what does that run you? I like it because I get to say it back to him too. Oh man, what's that gonna set you back? What did that set you back? Oh, you're having these guys. Oh, you're having this guy do work on your garage door. This guy's thieves. Would that run you? That set you back. We got the Bruins taking on the Smoking Kraken. We got Buffalo taking on old logo, new logo. The Devils versus the Kings. Rangers versus the Habs. And how many games we got? We could stop right there. There's a dozen games, right? We could do 4, 4, and 4. We got time. I got 15 minutes. Chris?
Of these ones, I'll go with the let's go with the Kraken plus 1.5. All 4 all-time meetings between these two teams. Seattle's covered the plus 1.5. Boston solid at home, but can't go against that. I'm gonna take Seattle plus a 1.5 in that one.
I'm gonna take Seattle money line. Y'all know me. That's how I play hockey, bro. I'm going for the plus money in hockey. I got to be in it to win it. I had the Kraken personally the other night. I took them on the show against the Romanellis. The Bruins, they just seem beatable right now. They've lost 3 or 4 at home. This is their 5th straight home game, but I mean, we're getting a great plus money price. Again, fading a team not in their best form. It's worth a shot. Give me the Kraken. And then I don't bet them often, Chris, and I really don't want to lay this price. But I like the Maple Leafs to win that game today. I do. I know. The Flyers, they've been playing well. Oh, see, my bad. He said first 4. Our games are never in the same order.
Yeah, I know they're not. That's why I kind of.
I went through them. I said Bruins, Smoking Kraken, Buffalo, old logo, new logo, Devils, Kings, Rangers, Montreal.
See, on mine, Devils, Montreal. Those are 6
I know
and
where
7.
you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So, my bad. But in this one, I'll go Kraken. Money line with the shot.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Stop making me laugh. It hurts.
Beg to differ.
What you taking in these for then, since you just want to talk about the Devils and the Kings so bad?
I'm taking Montreal on the puck line against the Rangers. It's my story, and I'm sticking to it. What do you think of that one, Chris?
I like it.
All right, we'll move on. Ottawa Senators versus the Ducks. Lightning versus the Avalanche. Maple Leafs versus Flyers. I know Jay's interested in that one. And St. Louis versus the Connor McDavids. Jay.
All right. I'm in the slot this time, okay? I'm taking the Maple Leafs, though. I know the price is not great. I know the Flyers are hot. But I think the Leafs win that game. I do. I just do. I don't even know why I believe that, but I do. Sometimes when I had them feelings, I just roll with the gut feeling. And I'm gonna roll with it here. Comfortable at home. One back to back at home. Give me the Maple Laughs. The Maple Frauds.
The maple syrups.
I was trying to get a reaction out. He be calling my team the Trash Pandas, so I gotta dig.
Yeah, but he already knows that.
Yeah. Shay.
There's only two ways you can go here. Either the maple syrups, the maple laughs. Well, there's three ways you can go, or the maple $31 for 2 beers.
Well, there's fourth. The traditional one is always the make me laughs.
Too much work. Too much work.
No, trust me. With the Leafs, there's no such thing as too much work.
That's all I really like in this slot.
I like the Lightning against the Avalanche. Lightning have won 7 in a row at home. Taking the Lightning. This is when they get it going every year. Ask Chris after the All-Star break. The Lightning decide it's time to start playing. A lot of money to be made on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Because I know my hockey. Chris?
Well, in this case, yeah, you do know your hockey because I'm on the Lightning as well. When we were coming out of the All-Star break, Colorado kept getting these cheap prices or these plus money prices. I was like, oh, it's value with Colorado, and they kept losing. I was like, no, maybe they're underdogs for a reason, and I think maybe they're getting another price like this for a reason. Tampa Bay plays their best hockey at home, and I think this is a spot where they come out and they beat the Colorado Avalanche, who haven't looked great lately. So give me the Lightning here as well.
Got the worst name in sports, the Predators, up against the Stars. Got the Blackhawks. Oh, you're up, Jay?
No, I said the best team in hockey.
Oh, they're not the best team. Blackhawks against the Penguins. Calgary Flames versus the Sharks. I took the Sharks. Did they cover the puck line when I gave them out the other night?
I don't remember.
People said I had a gambling problem when I gave that out. Got
against the Jets. They did. They lost 1-0.
Oh, really? They covered? You see?
Yeah.
People said I gave that out on the I gave that out in the 7 free picks, and people said I had a gambling problem. We got Vancouver Canucks versus the Red Wings. Chris?
Man. Last time slot, I gotta go with the
best team in hockey.
No, well, give me the Calgary Flames on the puck line. They won the last 5 meetings against San Jose by a combined score 24-11, all on the puck line as well. So you use it as a parlay piece, but I'll take Calgary on the puck line there, and also take Detroit plus the 1.5 against Vancouver. Detroit's won 5 straight in that matchup, but Vancouver still best team in the NHL, but 5 of their last 7 have been 1-goal games. So give me Detroit plus the 1.5. Maybe parlay those two up.
I'm taking the best team in hockey, man. The Dallas Stars were hot. Revenge game as the Predators came in and beat us up last month in Dallas. Predators are terrible right now. They've lost 4 or 5. Hey, I took the Stars puck line. I laid the puck line and got plus 210 the other night against the Hurricanes. I think I'm going to do it again. I'm going to lay the puck line again here with Dallas. I think they're playing some of their best hockey of the season, and they're going to kick the crap out of the Predators in a revenge spot. That's just how I see it. A dominant win. I'm gonna go like 3-0. We're gonna shut them out 3-0. Stars, best team in hockey. And Chris, I know you took the puck line. I'm going the other way, man. You know I see them huge favorites, and I gotta take a shot. Step back, Luka style. Sharks, money line. I just gotta be there. Your stats, all that. I feel that. Time to go the other way. Let's go Sharks. San Jose, money line.
I'm taking the Sharks on the puck line against Calgary. I think that you look at this, Calgary's still 11-13 on the puck line in their home games. They're only 12-11 straight up at home, so basically they're a shitty home team. So laying minus 360 odds or even laying the puck line on them is what you call bad value. I'm just going to go with the Sharks because they're so money.
Money Sharks.
Money Sharks.
That's a gator.
This is the gator. I should put my shark outfit on next time.
Oh, jeez.
I got my shark suit. Yeah. All right. Parlay time.
Parlay.
All right,
You're getting plus money on a 500 proposition in that Sharks on the puck line. You're getting plus money. It's like I don't give a shit. They're gonna get killed.
Yeah, I was like, what's your thing? You're saying there's no value in losing.
Yeah, but there's also the probability of getting hit in the head with a falling tile. I'll say that for Rob. He enjoys that. He loves that bit. Are they building a new stadium or what are they doing in Calgary? The team's going to move to Vegas? They'll have 2 teams in Vegas?
No, I have no idea what they're doing there. I think they proposed a new building, and I don't know if it got approved. I don't know what happened there, but all right.
He's taking Calgary, the mayor of Calgary, taking the puck line.
All right, my parlay. It's the parlay that's so obvious. Moorhead, Oral Roberts, and parlay that up with Stanford.
I'm going to take the Sharks on the puck line. Oh, Jay, you're up. Did you yours?
No, I'll go T-Wolves, San Diego against Portland. So the double fade Portland parlay. And we'll go last game on the college board tonight. We'll take Utah and just refer to the do not bet list and fade USC.
I'm going to take Grand Canyon to just, they're going to rub egg in their face. I like Grand Canyon. Going to parlay it up with the Sharks on the puck line. And I'm going to take Middle Tennessee on the money line against New Mexico State. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Man, it felt like a short show, but it was an hour. This is what happens when we actually hit the hour show. It's a hollow feeling. Everyone's going to be like, Mitch, this is how long the show should be. Talk to me.
Tomorrow's going to be a quick one NHL.
I'm selling college basketball. Chris, what are you selling?
Got a college hoops play of the day, NBA play of the day, NHL power play. Got a little bit of everything for everybody. I think I got a college hoops 5-pack as well.
I got an NBA play of the day and a probably have a hockey play today as well. Just 2 plays for me. Closing out the first half of the NBA season strong.
It's not really half. We're like way past half.
No, I know, but I call it the first half because the All-Star break. So get in with me if you're trying to continue to cook it up on the back end.
I was talking to Costa. He's got some playoff sprint stuff for you for the All Access coming up on Monday. So sprinting on home for the regs of the regular season right into the playoffs, all the way to the NBA championship. I think Jay's number 1 in NBA this year.
Yes, sir. Trying to keep it rolling.
All right.
I'm on every leaderboard but college hoops, and I'm not even down 100. I'm down minus 13 units in college hoops. So after today,
With how many picks? With how many picks? Lots. 6.
No, I'll tell you. I am 23 and 22.
There you go. Put some money lines in there if you're down less than 100. But
yeah, 51 minus 13.
You'll get there. At least you're in it, you know. You got to be in it to win it. You got to stay if you want to finish positive on the leaderboards. You got to be when you hit your cold streak, you got to stay within 1,000 units down, you know. It's easy to get back from there. For college hoops, I started the season. I was number 1. I hit my first 8 games of the season, and I fell off the map. I always do, and I've been battling it back ever since, climbing the board. But I might be too far gone to win it, but at least I'm in it.
Yeah, Brian in college hoops, he up there. I gotta give him credit.
He's been hot. He has been hot. A lot of guys. Yeah, this was a hard week. This was a hard week.
Guys on the NBA leaderboard.
This was a hard week, I think. I think a lot of guys struggled this week, So I think I'd look for these guys, probably a good buy low spot on a lot of cappers. But anyways, thanks everyone for joining us. We appreciate all of you. Make it a winning day. And of course, I'm going to try and act more professional tomorrow. Chris, anything to say for yourself?
No, like you said, great time to hop on someone. The second half of the NBA season coming up. Cappers going to turn around. This week was really tough. So, all right, kill it.
All-Star break for me, so don't expect a lot of videos from me.
There's nothing jam session
to talk about.
There's not going to be any slam dunk jam session or 3-point shooting.
I'll see if I'll do something for the All-Star break. We'll see.
MVP, some props for the All-Star game. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Don't say I didn't